Hi everyone, welcome to the Fireside Chat. I'm Michael Carney with MinXRay. I'm here with my colleagues, Dr. Michael Sheshi, Dr. Eze Chukwu. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Michael Sheshi. I work with KNCV Nigeria. I currently lead the private sector and community interventions in the organization. In this role, we've supported the roll-up and scale-up of the portable digital X-ray intervention across all the states.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. I'm Dr. Eze Chukwu. I work with KNCV Nigeria as the active case finding coordinator for the IMPACT project, which is actually the project that have upscaled the portable digital X-ray across the 36 states of Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory. And then we are supporting the National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Control Program, being the primary recipient of that Global Fund project. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about today is smart diagnostics at scale, accelerating AI and portable imaging for better health outcomes in Africa. And so I have a couple of questions I'd like to just start you with. And the first one is, and I'll let you both answer each question, I think. How has the integration of AI-based screening tools in private healthcare settings shaped TB detection capabilities in Nigeria?
Okay, I'll start. So for us in Nigeria, I think the last 1 year or a year and a half has been really interesting in the TB space, and particularly due to the introduction of the portable digital X-rays. My organization had piloted the use of the digital X-rays some years back. We started in 2020 with 1 and then scaled up in 2021 to 10. But in 2024, the National TB Program took it up to scale, procured over 390 of these digital X-rays. And as we speak, we have over 400 digital X-rays across all the states of Nigeria. And indeed, everyone can testify that it has been a very rewarding experience. The TB case finding from the digital X-ray has proven not only to be efficient, but also really a game changer in Nigeria. Now, specific to your question, in the private sector, of course, we all know the reluctance of private sector players to engage the TB program. There's been some level of mistrust for years. The TB program always see the private sector as people who are out to make money, and the private sector looks at the TB program, there's nothing in it for us, so why do we have to bother? But then in Nigeria, when we were scaling up, we particularly targeted some private facilities in each state to make sure they get one of these digital X-rays. And honestly, it was something that was really an eye-opener. So a owner of a hospital is sitting down and he gets a call that he's getting a digital X-ray fully equipped, over $100,000, and it was really amazing, and they really bought into it. And of course, they're also spreading the word around that there are things coming out from the TB program. Please work with the TB program. You'll be able to get some incentives from the TB program. Now, looking at the patient's perspective, what has this done? It has reduced the wait time for patients. So many a times these patients, by the time they go to a private hospital, they have all sorts of barrage of tests that are done before somebody suspects TB, sends them for a gene expert test. But with this, they just have a one-stop, and the artificial intelligence identifies that this may be a presumptive TB. So it's shortened the diagnostic time for TB for these patients in the private sector. And as I mentioned, it's also very efficient.
Let me have a follow-up question to that. In your experience, how can private and public partnerships leverage portable digital X-rays powered by AI to close the TB diagnostic gaps in hard-to-reach areas?
Okay, so as I'd mentioned, this was something very innovative for the private facilities. They have a smart system with them, digital system. Something I'd forgotten to mention when I spoke earlier, of course, we also unlocked it. So it's not just screening for TB that is being carried out with these platforms. They can also do other x-rays and charge their patients for that. So they already have this tool with them. Now, for me, what I'm looking at is how do we even get the best out of this artificial intelligence? Nigeria, yeah, TB is a big problem in Nigeria, but beyond TB, there are other diseases, there are other ailments, there are other chest problems that we can leverage on these. And with just a few tweaks, doing some updates in the artificial intelligence to be able to profile other diseases, I think it's something that will really, really go a long way, not only in the control of TB, but also in controlling in the control for most other diseases. Let's take, for example, cancers. It's diagnosed really late in Nigeria, most times stage 3, stage 4. But if you have a one-stop shop where you come in, you just have an x-ray done, and it's able to detect cancer very early. I think that will really go a long way. The private sector will really love that because then they are giving real value to their patients. And of course, one of the things we've realized in Nigeria is sometimes it's difficult for the public sector to embrace new concepts, embrace new technology. But if there's some push and the private sector is able to show that, yeah, this thing works, we're able to do it, then the public sector will also embrace it, and it will also help us not only in the control of TB, but in the control of many other diseases. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Eze. Sounds to me like the undertaking of this project has kept you very busy over the last year or so. But let me ask you a question. From an implementation standpoint, what lessons have you learned from deploying the AI-powered X-ray systems?
To speak, yeah, but I must say this is a very important question from implementation point of view. Like you said earlier, we started with a pilot project with one portable digital X-ray to 10, and now we've upscaled to 411 and more in Nigeria. All of this is a collective gathering of experience. One thing we understood from this implementation in the community especially is that the people in the community in Nigeria, came to embrace this innovation. There is high level of acceptability that once you come in with portable digital X-ray, you will see that the members of the community are coming out en masse to embrace this technology. Why are they doing that? Because they've seen family members who didn't know before then that they were sick, that they had TB, and then they've seen one or two of them that came and they got diagnosed for TB early, and then they were given the appropriate treatments, and they didn't have to go through further complication. So that have created a lot of acceptability. And again, when you consider for us as a program, when you look at the cost of testing, okay, when you carry out community outreaches, you are going to get a lot of presumptive TB, and this presumptive TB will lead to those positive presumptive TB leads to false positive tests, okay? But with the advent of artificial intelligence, coupled with the digital X-ray that we have, he mentioned it, that the number needed to test to get one TB case have significantly dropped to a figure. Most times in our project, what we get as NNT is just 3, 2, and it has remained so for the past 2 years, which is a proof that artificial intelligence is a game changer in helping the program, to be cost efficient. Okay, instead of spending a lot of money on diagnostic that will turn out negative, this helps us to profile real presumptive TB that turns out to be positive for TB. And again, you look at with the scale, of the portable digital X-ray with AI, the fear came. This is X-ray. Are you not exposing people to danger? How are you sure that you're not trying to diagnose and treat TB while giving them cancer, that is associated with radiation? What did we discover from our implementation? Because we ensure that every user of portable digital X-ray have a measure. What we use is TLD badges, thermoluminescent badges, to measure radiation consumption. Across the platform that we use in Nigeria, over several quarters, we've kept measuring to be sure that this equipment are safe, especially for these users that continuously use them. What did we find? Fantastic result, across all the platforms we have in Nigeria. In a quarter, the acceptable dose for radiation consumption is 5 millisieverts. In 1 year, which is 4 quarters, the acceptable dose is 20 millisieverts. But in our practice, cumulatively, since we started implementing this project, the highest accumulated dose, as we speak, is less than 2 millisieverts. So that is to show that the portable digital X-ray scale-up in Nigeria is a game changer, and it has proven to be extremely safe, despite the fact that we don't do it completely in a lead-lined wall. We have a lot of things that we do to keep safe and all of that. So all of these, have contributed to our experience, and then we are stronger, we are bolder to go ahead and continue to use this portable digital X-ray because it's saving cost. Though the initial investment appeared to be high, but over time you find out that you've saved a lot of cost on diagnostics, you've saved a lot of cost on cartridges, and with that, we can continue to use this equipment efficiently. You can see the Nigerian team moving around and chanting, yes, we can end TB. And this is the game changer. If we want to end TB, then we have to really embrace the AI technology with portable digital X-ray to end tuberculosis, especially in Africa and especially in Nigeria in our project. And you can see that the National TB Program, has embraced it with 2 hands and moving forward, pushing this technology in our country. Right now, every part of Nigeria have a unit of portable digital X-ray, both in the community and also in the facility. Just like you mentioned, private sector, when you go to public sector, it's also there across a lot of the facilities we have in the country. So, yeah, thank you.
Maybe just a little addition to what Eze has said, which is also part of our experience, is the need to also involve everybody in such a large-scale project. And honestly, I think for us, we've really found it rewarding. So at the onset, even before any of the machines started coming into the country, we had a meeting with all of the critical stakeholders, the regulatory bodies for radiation, even the schools for the radio technicians and the government. Everybody was in that meeting, and we're able to clearly spell out what's expected of everybody and some of those bottlenecks, because I know in many countries, regulation on radiation is a big problem to the effective scale-up of the portable digital X-rays, but we're able to overcome most of these. Now, beyond that, we also collaborated with everybody. I usually say in the project we collaborate with everybody. So other partners working in different spaces in the TB project, with WHO, with everybody, we bring everybody together. This is for the country Nigeria. It's not a KNCV project. It's not a KNCV product. We need this to work, and everybody comes in hand, brings in their ideas, and it has really helped us. And for me, the next step will be to go even beyond the TB program and see how we can even integrate with other disease projects and bring players from other diseases and see how we can also get the best out of these platforms.
That's great. Quick follow-up question, Dr. Eze. How do you see innovation in hardware, like compact and mobile X-ray units, helping Nigeria meet its national TB programmatic goals when it's combined with the AI analytic?
All right. This is quite interesting. If you come, let me give you a little background about Nigeria. The most populous black nation, population estimated to be over 250 million. 36 states plus the Federal Capital Territory. And then when you come to Nigeria, every state, every of the 36 states have at least, most of them have teaching hospitals. Almost every state have a federal medical center. These are big hospitals. For Nigeria, all of these facilities I've mentioned, besides the primary healthcare center, they are expected to have X-ray machines. Okay, before the advent of portable digital X-ray, in Nigeria, we've had X-ray machines. Okay, those are the analog, the big ones in several hospitals. Estimatedly, this is not a true, I'm not completely sure of these statistics. We have close to 4,000 X-ray machines scattered all over Nigeria. These are not digital X-ray. So what is the way forward? We can begin to think of how to retrofit artificial intelligence into the existing platforms we have in Nigeria. As we upscale with the portable digital X-ray, we also begin to retrofit what we already have in existence. We are not going to discard the machines we already have because we have new ones. We can make the machines that we have even work better for us, because across all of these hospitals, TB services are going on. We have TB services. All the states in Nigeria have state TB program. Okay. Once we're able to retrofit with artificial intelligence, while you upscale the portable digital, you are retrofitting. At the end of the day, we meet at a point, and this becomes the real change for us, because even those that are using the analog machine, they still benefit from the newer model of the digital X-ray. Those that are using the mobile vans, mobile machine, they can benefit from retrofitting, the artificial intelligence. And then you see technology, having a handshake together. And if we're able to do that, when Dr. Sheshi was talking, he mentioned, the ability to diagnose many other diseases. When you are retrofitting and you're able to do that with the AI that has multiple disease panels, you will be able to have the most use of this technology for our country, knowing that a lot of diseases are diagnosed late, but it is usually better to make early diagnosis, and the outcome of the treatment is always better when you diagnose them early. So I think that these are the opportunities that still lie in wait. They are untapped, and we can tap into this aspect and then improve the overall well-being of Nigeria beyond tuberculosis, just like Dr. Sheshi had mentioned earlier. Thank you.
That's some very thorough and excellent answers, and at least from the MinXRay perspective standpoint, I'm sure the other implementing partners feel exactly the same way. We're proud, along with our partners at Cure, to be part of this effort that your folks are putting in. I don't know, and maybe you do know, is this the largest scale deployment of PDXs in the world?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, I've communicated with some other countries. I've not seen any country. In Nigeria, I told you 411. This is just under one project. Okay, we have other projects that have close to 100 portable digital X-ray. So when you look at the portfolio for Nigeria as a country, we're already hitting 500 portable digital X-ray. Except I'm wrong, but I think we are the highest scale-up of portable digital X-ray that I'm aware of for now.
Well, I know that MinXRay and Cure are both proud to be part of that, and appreciate you guys, your leadership in getting all of this stuff put out there. Appreciate your time today.
All right. Thank you very much. Nice having this discussion. Thank you.